Okay, welcome back. This is Roy, and tonight we're going to do some asparagus, and I'm gonna cook it in my Ninja Foodie Grill. Now, first, before we do all that, I want to talk to you a little bit about asparagus and what it is. And this is your asparagus. You find it in your grocery store, and it's a very nutritious vegetable. If you've never had it before, I encourage you to have some and try it. It gives you a ton of powerful nutrition. It's a lot of fiber, so if you have any issues with your digestion, it's a really good item to add into your diet. It also has a lot of vitamins in it, vitamin C, vitamin K, so it's a really good vegetable to add to your daily menu planning. And when you get your asparagus, what you're going to look for, these are what's known as a pencil size asparagus. There's a pencil thin asparagus, and then there's a giant asparagus. There's 2 or 3 different types, but these, the pencil or the pencil thin, are going to be your most tender. To me, they offer you the most tender pieces, and they're real easy to work with. So when you get your asparagus, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to look for a piece and a snap in the piece for the stalk. And so if you look for the bend, this can be a good model for you. I grabbed this one the wrong way, so we're going to use this one instead. But this is a good model for you. You need to trim your asparagus out. So if you take all of these asparagus and get them all leveled up, the spear's pointed down, because you're going to have various sizes from the root. We can take and lay them out with our piece that we have just measured. It's going to give us a breaking point, and then with one quick chop, we've got our tougher root ends right off, and we're ready to go with our regular asparagus. Now, don't throw these root ends away. You can take these and saute them. You can chop them up and add them into stir fries. You can boil them off and puree them and make an asparagus soup. Wonderful, wonderful thing to do with asparagus tips. So make sure that you don't throw these away. We want to make sure we save them and have them on hand for other needs. And if you don't want to use them for soup, or you don't want to use them, you can always add them to your compost pile for your garden. That's an excellent use for these, because they will break down like any other plant and help build up your compost. So now that we've got our asparagus all ready to go on our grill, I'm also going to grill some ginger with these, just to give it a little bit of a different flavor. So I'm going to set these aside for just a moment. And let me clean up my board. And always remember, clean your hands often in the kitchen, and make sure that you're using disposable paper products if you're drying off any of your boards. So I'm going to use this ginger that I've taken from my freezer. Peel some of the skin off of it real quick. And I'm going to show you, we're going to chop it into little slices that we're going to add to the grill while we're doing this asparagus. And sometimes there's many different ways that you can incorporate flavor into another item, and this is just one. And if you don't like ginger, don't do this. You don't have to use the ginger. If you want to grill onions in place of it, or if you have another flavor that you like, you want to chop up some garlic, be my guest. Do whatever it is. Get as creative as you want to be with those. sure our knife is all nice and ready to go. And I'm just going to do slices. Then we get ready to put this on the grill and cook it. We just lay these in among the asparagus. And because these are just a little bit bigger, I'm going to kind of cut them in half here. Always make sure that your fingers are not under your knife blade too. I have one hand missing a finger because you cooked asparagus one night. That wouldn't be great. Now this is the Ninja Foodie Grill, and what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you, there's a grill compartment to it, and a lot of people say, well, why would you do reviews on things without taking them out of the box? Well, why would you do a review on something before you've used it and you know it works? You can't endorse it, you can't tell what's good about it or what's bad about it. So I've had mine for about a month and I've used it quite a few times. So I have got some experience with it, and I will say that if you are looking for an indoor solution for grilling, for baking, I mean, I've done biscuits in this thing, and I'm talking scratch biscuits in about 9 minutes from start to finish with the baking part. So it really does a good job with heating up and controlling the temperatures and giving you an excellent final product. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some asparagus on it, and I have just turned it on, and looking at the front of it, you see that there is air crisp, which you can use as an air fryer. You can roast, you can grill, bake, broil, or dehydrate. So if you have a garden and you want to dehydrate, you can even use it for tasks of that nature. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to grill, and I'm just going to set it on high. There is max, and I'm going to bring my temperature down. I mean, not my temperature, but I'm going to bring my timer down to about 5 minutes, because we're going to do asparagus today, and I want to make sure that it's not overdone. So 5 minutes is what we're going to start with. We'll roll it over, flip it, and let it go for another minute or two, and I think it'll be great. So to let this thing start and get preheated and everything, I'm going to close it up and hit the start button, and we're in. Okay, so our add food light just come on the front of this, so I'm going to lift it up, and as you hear, the motor kicks off, and we're going to use some vegetable oil blended with a little bit of olive oil, and the recommendation is that you don't use straight olive oil on these. That's what the manufacturer recommends, because it may cause some smoking. So we're not wanting to smoke anything up, we're just wanting to grill our vegetables. So we're going to place these asparagus in here, and it smells good already. And just be very careful. There are a couple of little things here on the end that can give you a nice finger tattoo if you're not really careful. And you want to kind of lay them as close together as you possibly can. I mean, they'll move if you need to get ready to turn them and flip them. They'll move easily, so it's not a big deal with that. And we'll lay those in. And then here along the edges, I'm just going to fit in our ginger slices that we had cut up. And let those grill right in here with the asparagus. And like I said, if you want to do this, you can. If you don't, that's perfectly all right. And then we're going to just spritz everything with a little bit of oil. Again. Add a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. And all you do is shut the lid, and they're going to grill for about 5 minutes, and we'll see you whenever they are finished grilling. Okay, our timer just sounded, so we're going to give these a little bit of a flip here. And I'm gonna let them go for another couple minutes on this side. Okay, now our asparagus has finished grilling. As you can see, it's got a nice char on it. And we did 3 more minutes after we did the initial grilling on there. So this is ready to come off here and serve. So our asparagus is ready to be served. And I'm just going to use, and you can look for this recipe in another video. This is a ginger Dijon sauce. And you just want to glaze over really good like this. And this is going to make this stuff taste wonderful. It already tastes wonderful. I've sampled it. And then we're going to add some chopped pistachios. And you may like pistachios, and if you do, fine. But these are just some I rough chopped on a chopping board. And we have our ginger in here. That's good. So there you have it. This is asparagus with grilled ginger chips, and it has the Dijon mustard sauce on top of it. And it was prepared in the Ninja Foodie. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And if there's any other dishes that you want to cook, from southern backwoods cuisine all the way up to fancy fine dining stuff, let me know. And I'll be glad to do videos on it to help you out with those. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Please like and subscribe and comment if you've got any questions or anything like that. I'll definitely respond. Thanks again. Enjoy your day.